Is Emperor Zurg destined to return in Toy Story 5? Ever since we got this year's Disney Expo, called D23, we haven't stopped thinking about when we will get more information from the revelations they presented, especially everything related to the next installment of the Toy Story franchise, since just having an announcement that we will have a fifth movie of the Toys' adventures is a topic that makes us anxious. Especially when we saw that Woody will be returning in the movie. Not only this, but we know that the main conflict that the toys will have is that they are being forgotten and are competing against technology. As unfortunately Bonnie, who has been the new owner of the toys since the end of the third Toy Story installment, has gone from being a fan of the toys to being part of a group that is highly criticized today, known as the iPad Kids. And since this upcoming movie will be based on the theme of technology, and we also know that a big problem for our protagonists will be an army of 50 commemorative Buzz Lightyears, which have a factory defect which are distinguished from the classic Buzz by having a distinctive red light on their chest, leaves us with a very big question. Who will be behind all this? Will we be seeing the official return of Emperor Zurg? In this video, we will be discussing all these details. And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the Oasis Geek. In order to understand how it is possible for Emperor Zurg to make his official return to the Toy Story franchise, we must understand what role this villain has been playing throughout the course of all the films, as Emperor Zurg's impact on the Toy Story films, while not always in the foreground, serves as a significant element in Buzz Lightyear's narrative and in the overall mood of the series. Let's start with the first installment of this franchise. Emperor Zurg does not appear directly in the first Toy Story film, but he is mentioned as an arch-enemy in Buzz Lightyear's story. Buzz, believing himself to be a true space ranger, frequently mentions his mission to defeat the evil Emperor Zurg. Zurg's presence helps establish Buzz's delusions of grandeur and his initial misunderstanding of his true nature as a toy. This establishes the dynamic that Buzz is not just another toy, but one with a complex, fictional backstory that adds depth to his character. But this comes full circle upon the release of the sequel to this film, Toy Story 2, as Emperor Zurg plays a more active role in this sequel, appearing in a subplot that humorously mimics classic space opera stereotypes, especially those from Star Wars. When Buzz and the other toys are on a mission to rescue Woody, they encounter a second toy, Buzz Lightyear, who is still in Space Ranger mode and fully believes in his mission against the evil Emperor Zurg. This leads to a showdown in which Zurg appears as a toy villain, echoing the battles imagined by Buzz. The highlight of Zurg's impact is a comedic twist in which he declares, "Buzz, I'm your father," parodying the famous Star Wars moment. This encounter not only adds humor, but also serves as a commentary on Buzz's growth, showing how far he has come since his original delusion. Emperor Zurg's role in Toy Story 3 is minimal, serving mostly as a visual lure for fans. This one makes a brief cameo as one of the toys at Sunnyside Daycare, where we see him in the background during the daycare scenes. Although Zurg doesn't play a major role in the story, his presence still reinforces the popularity and influence of Buzz Lightyear's character in the universe. His cameo is more of an Easter egg celebrating the continuity of the series. In Toy Story 4, Zurg does not appear, and there are no direct references to him. However, his absence underscores the series' shift away from the fantasies of Buzz as a space ranger and into a more introspective and emotional journey of the toys, especially Woody. The focus moves away from the original Buzz story, highlighting how the characters have evolved beyond their initial roles and conflicts. This evolution reflects the toys' adaptation to their changing environment and the passage of time, from their days with Andy to their new life with Bonnie. So, if we're already seeing that in the plot, they moved away from the fantasies of Buzz as a space ranger, and in a way are showing us that they are still evolving. Why would they go back? And how exactly does Emperor Zurg fit into what we're currently seeing in the franchise? The return of Emperor Zurg as the true villain causing the conflict between toys and technology would bring an exciting twist to the series, tapping into the themes of nostalgia, change, and the evolving role of play in a world dominated by technology. Zurg's big comeback as a true antagonist goes back to his conflict with Buzz Lightyear, turning Buzz's own identity against him. Through the commemorative Buzz Lightyears, Zurg could exploit modern technology, using a network connection to control his new army remotely. The red lights on their chests would serve as a visual marker of their connectivity and obedience to Zurg's will. This technological twist represents Zurg's evolution from fictional space villain to a very real threat, utilizing the same advances that have captivated Bonnie's attention away from her traditional toys. The film could explore the dark implications of Zurg's control, which manipulates these commemorative Buzz Lightyears to impose a new order. Reminiscent of his ambition to conquer the galaxy in the fictional Buzz story. This time, however, the threat is no longer just part of Buzz's programmed history, but a real danger to the toy world, as Zurg uses technology to dominate and subdue. In fact, this could even get worse, as Buzz himself could become a tragic figure. And we could see Zurg taking control of his programming, turning him from hero to leader of his own adversaries, thus fulfilling the series' foreshadowing that Buzz could have easily become a villain. The toys, led by Woody, should navigate this new reality in which the battle is not only against physical enemies, but against the invisible threads of technological control. The struggle between the nostalgic essence of being a beloved toy and the cold efficiency of modern technology embodies the central conflict of the film, forcing the characters to confront what it means to truly play and be loved in an age of screens and devices. The return of Emperor Zurg, with his control over the Buzz Lightyears, encapsulates a perfect storm in which old enemies resurface with a new and modern twist. This plot would not only honor the legacy of the Toy Story series, but also bring it abruptly into the present day, where the battle of toys versus oblivion takes on a new technology-charged dimension. The denouement could see Buzz fighting against his own corrupted programming, striving to break free from Zurg's clutches and reclaim his identity as a true friend and hero, not just a pawn in Zurg's quest for dominance. This storyline would weave together the themes of loyalty, identity, and the eternal struggle against obsolescence, offering a powerful new chapter in the Toy Story franchise. So, this is the way we could be seeing the return of Emperor Zurg to toy life. Honestly, the possibility of having this iconic character return is one that, if they do it right, could leave quite an impact within the franchise we love so much. Who knows? Maybe this won't be the case and we will get the return of Zurg, but in a very different way. What would it look like? Well, we could see that due to the threat of the Buzz Lightyears, cause the toys to seek out Zurg as an ally in order to stop the big threat. But tell me, what do you think about all this? Do you think we'll be seeing the return of Zurg to the franchise in this 5th installment? And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You're on The Oasis Geek.